Hi guys, and welcome to BBAK, Banger's British Asian Kitchen. This is my first upload onto YouTube, in fact my first ever video. So I'll just give you a brief introduction. Like I said, my name is Sat. I'm of British Asian Sikh Punjabi origin. Born and bred here, not that that matters very much, and decided to start uploading videos onto YouTube, displaying our wonderful culinary wonderment, if you want to call it as such. You probably might find that a bit odd, but yeah, I'm sure you'll get to know me over time. So as I said, I will be uploading videos of various Indian, British, Italian, whatever is on the menu for the week. I'll get on to explaining about the menu in a later video, but just as a starters, as I said, I will be going on to upload full recipes in later dates, but today I'll just show you the finished product and give you a rough outline as to how it was made. So today we will start off, or so should I say, today we've made a marrow sabji. So sabji meaning a dry dish, so without any curry or without any gravy. It's normally a dry dish, as I said, made from marrow. So again, just a brief outline as to how that was made. So took a small amount of small to medium sized amounts of clarified butter into a non-stick karahi or any big pot that you can put onto the gas or your electric at home. Then to that I added I ground up about half a teaspoon of cumin and half a teaspoon of coriander. Added that into the pan dry on a medium heat. Let those toast off slightly, and then I added as I said, a small amount of clarified butter or ghee, as you may find it in the shops. We actually make our own, which I'm hoping I will upload at some point as well in the future. So added it into the pan, then took two medium sized onions, diced them up small and put them into the pot. Again on a medium high heat. You want to cook those off until the onions are browned and softened. Obviously, if the temperature is too high, they will brown quickly without cooking, which is never a good thing. So you need that takes about 10 minutes or so. Remember, you always have the control, so you know you decrease the temperature or increase the temperature as to how you feel it should be. You can always add bits of water as you go along to help cook the onions down. As I said, that controls the temperature. So anyway, so after about 10 minutes, then you chop up and add 2 small cloves of garlic. Add that into the pan. Again, cook that up for a further 3 to 4 minutes. You want to just cook off the raw taste of the garlic. Then you add about a thumb-sized piece of ginger. Again, I tend not to add the ginger too quickly, as I find it burns very quickly, as it's quite fibrous. Add that in. Again, you want small pieces of that. You don't want to leave it too big. So sweat and then fry that off for a further 2 to 3 minutes. Should be a nice golden brown colour. Then you add in, say, a quarter of a can of plum tomatoes, tinned plum tomatoes, diced up pre-hand if you can, or squashed up, or whatever it may be. Add that into the pan. I tend to increase the heat at this point. Then I'll add about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of turmeric, and then give that a good stir. And what you need for everything, you want the moisture from the tomatoes to evaporate, and you want to start to see the butter start to show in what's called a tadka. So that can take between 5 to 10 minutes depending on, again, various things. But basically, once you start to see the butter separate from the ingredients, then you know you're pretty much ready to go. So then at that point you can add in your chili. So I've added 2 green chilies. Again, chilies are to taste, completely at your beck and call really, as to how hot or how mild you want it. So I added 2 green chilies, excuse me. Again, I tend not to add my salt in too quickly. I actually wait until I add my ingredients, so I don't tend to add in the salt with the onions and garlic. Some people do to bring out the moisture, but I tend not to, as I feel the salt evaporates and you don't get the taste of the salt. So I tend to leave it until round about now. So basically, once you've put in your chilies, you've put in your turmeric, and the butter is separated, you then add your vegetable, which in this case is the marrow. Now the marrow is quite easy to prepare. It looks like a long cucumber, a slightly longer and bigger cucumber. Some people leave the skin on, some people don't. Completely your discretion. I tend to, if I want a smoother dish, then I tend to peel it. So the best thing to do is you top and tail it, so cut off the top and the bottom, and then I tend to cut them into like inch or 2 inch size discs, and then I peel those discs individually. It just makes it easier to peel. I mean, you can use a speed peeler along the whole thing, but however you wish really. Now marrow, it does have a high water content, so you peel it, cut it into 1/2 inch size pieces, squares, and then you add that into the pot. Obviously you can give it a bit of a quick wash. Obviously you are peeling it, so this doesn't tend to be much dirt on it, but just give it a quick clean before you do. Into the pot, give it a good stir around. So this is on medium heat, and as I said, because there is water content in this vegetable, as with any vegetable with high water content, you want to draw out the moisture. So I said, put it into the pan. You've got the majority of your spices in there now. Give it a good stir around, and then put the lid on. Turn it to a medium heat. So what you want it to do, you want it to simmer and almost be frying, but not obviously not burning. So but the water will start to come out. So and then I tend to check it every 5 minutes or so. What you'll see is you'll see that the vegetables start to break down. Now again, how long you choose to cook the marrow for is completely your discretion. Some people like to leave the marrow quite sort of par cooked, because as I said, it is that's a very soft vegetable. So some people tend to cook it right down. Again, completely your discretions, but I would say it takes about 15 minutes or so for the water to come out, and then as you're stirring, it breaks down the vegetable naturally. And then as you're near to the point of your liking, I would then turn up the heat on the gas or the electric, and basically finish off the. So you're wanting to get rid of any excess water, and again you want the butter to start to separate slightly, and that tells you that all the spices and everything is cooked. Then you can finish it off with sort of a handful of coriander, roughly chopped. You could finish it off with fenugreek leaves, whatever you wish. 1/2 teaspoon of garam masala. I tend not to, as I've used the cumin and the coriander seeds at the beginning. And then that's basically it. Give it a good roasting over the high heat until until all the moisture is gone. And what you're left with is hopefully something like this. So as you can see, I don't mean to mention brands, but this is the brand of pot or karahi that I've used are very good. Non-stick pans are extremely good for these for any Asian cooking, and it looks like this. So you can see it's pretty much broken down. There are some whole pieces, but that's nice. This is actually being made this morning and cooled down, and that's your marrow the Indian sabji. So I hope you've all enjoyed. Hope you all enjoyed my first video onto YouTube. I would love to hear any of your comments, and if you want any specifics with regards to the recipe details, please do leave it in the comments section and I will reply. There are two more dishes that I've made this morning, which I will also go through as I've done with this, but hope to be hearing from you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.